Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Review. So my latest film for you guys here now, this happens to be The Misfits. This is written by Kurt Wimmer. Now Kurt Wimmer is primarily responsible for writing for the remake of The Thomas Crown Affair. He wrote Sphere, he wrote Law Abiding Citizen, yes, that Gerard Butler film. He wrote the remake Total Recall. He also wrote the remake of Point Break. And this is directed by Renny Harlin, whose days are long since past him. I mean, yes, we all happen to love, that one Nightmare on Elm Street film that he did. Happen to love Cliffhanger. We all love Die Hard 2, Die Harder. But again, sadly, this is the man who made Mindhunters, Exorcist: The Beginning, and 12 Rounds, the pretty funny John Cena, when John Cena was trying to be an action star. Now this film, amazingly enough, is financed by an Abu Dhabi group, which basically means they're trying to make the United Arab Emirates seem more progressive than it is. But alas, it's just showing you a bunch of inside of hotel lobbies and bars. And the plot is basically a rehash of trying to con a con man and international arms heist. A group of people led by Ringo, yes, Nick Cannon, who still is a third-string Wayans brother. His name is Ringo. He defends it, and he leads a group of people, including Jamie Chung, who's called Violet, and we see her, at least in one scene, doing something that's similar out of the Matrix and Shrek by kicking guys all over one church. And there's also a Thai pop star. There's another guy here that's called the Prince. And oh yeah, there's a girl named Hope in here. Now they recruit Richard Price, who happens to be Hope's estranged father, or semi-estranged father. And basically, Pierce Brosnan is sort of doing that weariness of James Bond. I don't think he's ever left doing James Bond after he's done James Bond for so many years. Basically been in and out of prison. He recently escaped from a prison run by Tim Roth, of all people. Now, what did Pierce Brosnan's character do that was so bad to get himself locked up in one of Tim Roth's private prisons? Well, the Pierce Brosnan character slept with Tim Roth's wife, so that's an excuse to have him go after him, and Tim Roth looks like he'd rather be anywhere else, but alas, he's being paid by Abu Dhabi. And so apparently we come to learn that, oh yes, Tim Roth's character Schultz, he's in league with some bad guys. Apparently these people claim that they're Muslim Brotherhood people, and, again, but these are standard issue bad guys that really feel like out of anywhere else from the 80s. Basically, also Nick Cannon does tons and tons of voiceover narration for this film. Like, quite frankly, you're thinking to yourself, this film had no trust in and of itself to actually tell you what they were showing you. Okay, Nick Cannon, do this voiceover narration because we have no good way of explaining the plot to you. And again, Pierce Brosnan could do this in his sleep, but hey, look, he has that grin. He sleeps with an attractive woman, essentially repeating what Bond did all those years ago. Because, hey, look, Bond can do one-night stands and not think twice. Here he's world-weary, but who do con jobs, a lot of probably are world-weary at some point in their lives. But, of course, there is no such thing as one last con. There's always the next. Now, of course, these people want Pierce Brosnan to do good, which obviously Pierce Brosnan is sort of like, he laughs at that idea, then he scoffs at that idea, and now he's like, okay, I'm willing to do that. And obviously this gold is stashed away in this prison, or the way they get into prison. Okay, I guess that's interesting. And then all this just sort of leads to, hey, look, this is the end. What do you know? Stocks are up. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about The Misfits, again, this is 90 minutes of your life that you can waste and not think about twice. So weirdly enough, I am going to give this a subsequent weekend because it's not as bad as some other past their prime action stars have done in recent weeks or years. So folks, The Misfits, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and rid yourself of knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.